Hi everyone, my name is Massimo Magliocco, I am Italian and I am the Technical Director of BM, the school that teaches the Italian Staffcasting in Italy and abroad. I'm recording in English because many not Italian speakers wants to know more about this technique. First of all, I want to say that Italian casting is not better than the classical technique. It's only different, and that probably most of you are wondering why I have to learn a new technique when it is not better than the technique that I am using now. A very good question. But if you want to fish using dry fly in fast water and in bushy banks, I think that you should follow this video, because through this technique you can use dry fly in this kind of water. In fact, many Italian rivers have fast water and bushy banks. So in the 70s, my masters, Roberto Bragliola, in my opinion the big one as a caster, he thought that to follow his goal, land the fly first in surface water, was to change something about equipment and technique. In fact, the goal is land the fly in surface water, because if you imagine when you are in fast water, you cast and the line land first the other two components, the leader and the fly, it will be dragged downstream, and when the fly touches the surface water, it drags immediately. So land the fly first. To achieve this goal, so that the best way was to shorten the rod. In fact, we use a 7.5 foot rod, lighten the line. We use a double taper number 3 and a very long leader, at least 5 meters leader. But it's not enough, because if you are thinking cast with a short rod, short equipment, using different equipment, using the same technique, surely you don't achieve the goal. So to have a very fast line, it's very important follow 4 elements, very important elements. They are the axis, the plane of cast, the no stops, backcast, forward cast, and the thrust. Start speaking about the first one, the axis. Why axis is so important? Because if you want to land the fly first in surface water, you need, as I said, to have a very fast line. But to have this result, you have to maintain a big tension on the line. Imagine if you are casting with elliptical movement, you surely you can't have a big tension on the line, especially if you are using a light line, a very long leader. So he said, if you design the same axis between the tip of rod and the line, so the same axis, usually you have a bit tension on the line. So it's very, very, very important. The second one is the plane of cast. We use a different plane of cast. We use a 45 degrees down plane of cast, because if you cast in vertical plane, shoulder stops the movement. If you want to have a very fast line, you need to have a very long casting stroke. In order to, you can have a great acceleration. If you have a great acceleration, you can have a very, very fast line. So I repeat, if you cast in a vertical plane, shoulder stops the movement. Instead, if you go down 45 degrees down, you can have 25, 30 centimeters more. So you will have a very long casting stroke. Okay, it's very, very important. So axis, precise axis, and a long casting stroke. The third element is no stops. I imagine that most of you are wondering how do you cast without stopping? It's very good question. In the classical technique, when you cast the rod, you stop the rod more or less 45 degrees forward, and also in the back cast. Anyway, the tip of rod, when you stop the rod, the tip of rod bends down, the loop is formed, and the line goes forward. Goes away. Okay. But in the child self casting, as I said, you are using a light line, a long leader. You can stop if you want the rod, but the cast is not. You cannot achieve your goal, because your cast is a short cast. Instead, you have to have a very, very fast line. So you continue with the rod in the forward cast, and when you arrive more or less 50, 60 degrees forward, instead of make the stop, you make the thrust. In other words, in a very big space, you make a thrust and increase the line speed. Okay, in this way, this allows you to have a very narrow loop and a very, very fast line. Okay, these are the 4 elements that make the Italian self casting. Put together these elements, you will have the one that we call the angular cast. So the fly lands in surface of water first, and you will have a very straight line, line, and a very small angle respect the surface of the water. This is a very, very important cast. If you can use in a good way this cast, you can use all other Italian casting, Italian kind of cast that allow you to fish everywhere. My idea is to shoot other videos about other casts that I will shoot later. For now, it is all, and I thank you for watching the next video. Bye.